All right, we're talking Florida football with Jackie Franchuli. You can catch her on FightGators.com for the very best in Florida football coverage. Finally, Jackie, I'm going to hit you with this. Looking ahead to 2018, considering what we saw out of the Gators in 2017, or there's some guys maybe a little bit under the radar, didn't get a whole lot of playing time, or maybe they started but didn't have a big impact that you're looking to see step up here next fall?
I had one guy, Kamari Gamble. He was a freshman tight end last year, obviously the sophomore this year. He got injured, and he was actually one of the guys that I thought was going to have a surprising year last year, but because of the injury, he did not play. And the other staff did not use their tight ends as much. You know, obviously, Florida has a history of using tight ends like Jake McGee a couple of years ago. But under McWayne in the last few years, they rarely use their tight ends. I think it took them a while last year to get, Maurice Goolsby and Sante Lewis really into the picture. So I think Kamari Gamble is one to watch. He's a really good, effective tight end that's good at blocking, which is something that Maurice Goolsby was not. It was not his strength. He's a really good pass catcher. He's a big guy. I think he will be a very good weapon for Mullen under his new offense that he's bringing in. So I think that's a guy that I think people should watch. Obviously, the young cornerbacks are going to be very good next year again. Malik Davis will be back from injury. I think Darius Lemons, a lot of people saw him a little bit towards the end of the last year in their special teams, but he's a running back that could really, really perform well for them. He struggled a little bit with the playbook early on, but I think he's one under Mullen that can really shine because of his speed. Malik Davis's ACL injury, Darius Lemons might be the guy that kind of comes up a little earlier because Malik Davis is not going to practice at all in the spring. It'll take a while for him to rehab from that. So look out for Darius Lemons and Kamari Gamble on offense next year.
All right, with the perception that Georgia has taken hold of the SEC Eastern Division, Florida could certainly change that in a hurry with Dan Mullen pulling together his staff and the new recruits here in 2018. Jackie Franchuli of FightGators.com joining us to break down Florida football. Jackie, we know you've got a ton going on. Appreciate you taking the time for the conversation.
Thanks, Mark, for having me.